The following post has been marked NSFW. Viewer discretion is advised.
r/ask Reddit. What will you never forgive the internet for?
Giving stupid people multiple ways to unite.
And confidently share their opinions. I have people on social media argue with me at least once a week about things I teach at the college level.
You should see my local community page. It's endless cycles of misinformation, and people take it personally when I try to correct them. I've literally given up at this point. It's just sad to see.
Unavoidable unforeseen spoilers.
I remember talking about a series with this person. Suddenly they say the identity of a character that would be revealed in a sequel while we're talking about the climax of an earlier part. Kind of like immediately calling Darth Vader the father in his first appearance. Just call him Vader if we're discussing him before the reveal. He's quite good at sword fighting. The climax was exciting. Yeah, that part where he's fighting his brother is great. I haven't seen the sequels yet. I've been vague about what exactly we were discussing. Avoiding spoilers for that series is actually incredibly easy since it's not really talked about anywhere. That's mostly why the spoilers were shocking to me. If I had been spoiled of the actual reveal in the sequel instead of while it was still supposed to be a mystery in a prequel, then I wouldn't mind as much. At least then it could be assumed I had reached the end of the story.
Making stupid people famous.
That existed before internet. Stupid people are famous because the average person lacks education.
Out of control advertising.
Advertising was the internet's original sin. Most everything else wrong with it, from spam to tracking to clickbait to Facebook, followed from that. And now that everything is built around advertising, people can't even imagine it being different.
The cavalier way people now give up their right to privacy, and how it's the norm to have your details online. Shit, when I first arrived on the internet you'd get yelled at for having your real name and picture up together. Now our identities are just commodities to be traded.
Worse still is the amount of idiots that give up tons of personal information through social engineering because it's a wacky Facebook post that lets people see how funny you are instead of a Nigerian prince in an email. Literally saw the same person comment on 2 separate posts once. One of them was something like, "How old will everyone be in 2042? And the other was one of those dumb, "Your birthday and month are your porn star name, lol, what did you get?" The look on their face when I told them their exact birthday. OMG, how do you know that? That's private. Because you shared it on Facebook, you fucking goblin. Stop giving out your personal information.
The time Reddit detectives tried to find the Boston bomb and blamed it on some poor dude who killed himself.
We did it, Reddit.
Streets are safe now.
2 girls, 1 cup.
10-year-old me should have never had access to the internet.
Made all my friends watch, so I'd see them in hell.
Tub girl. Mr. Hands. Just a couple of gems.
Mr. Hands, most definitely. One guy, one jar fucked me up too.
The shit we put the Olsen twins through. I remember there being a website devoted to counting down the seconds until they were legal age of consent.
Oh, it's not only them. Any underage female celebrity got a countdown for a while. Emma Watson is a prime example. I'm sure it still happens now. Fucking creepy practice.
Natalie Portman talked about getting her first fan letter at the age 13. She was excited to open it, and it was a rape fantasy from a man.
Billie Eilish got that treatment as well.
She was trending on Twitter the day she turned 18. It was fucked.
For becoming more about porn and social media than about knowledge.
The algorithm only cares about engagement. r/altered buttholes.
Honestly, I knew better but looked anyway. Only made it like 7 posts down before I had enough HPV warts for the night.
I appreciate your sacrifice. I am no longer curious.
Don't lie. You're still curious. Q.
Yeah, I lost friend to this. Maybe he'll come around, but I'm not holding my breath. I knew this man in middle school. Now I don't know him at all.
Dare I ask what Q is?
Omnipotent trickster played by John Delancey.
I prefer this version.
This Q as it should be.
The QAnon conspiracy. Thanks to a series of cryptic posts on 4chan, some people believe that there is a satanic, cannibal pedophile cult at the heart of the US government, and Donald Trump is the man that has been sent to infiltrate it. It's incredibly wide-ranging and has been responsible for many people's dangerous radicalization. I could go on and on about it, but there's some great podcast series that will tell you all you need to know. Also check out r/QAnon Consulties for some real horror stories of how it's affecting families who have been taken in by the lunacy.
allowing dumb bassies to provide fake news and us still being in a pandemic 20 months later. FFS. If there wasn't fake news and people washed hands, wore masks and stayed home when sick for 2 months, it would have been over last year. This year get the damn shot and stop the freaking protests, anti-vax and anti-mask. Morons.
Fox News is mostly to blame for that. Republican podcasters are mostly at fault too.
Thanks for watching. I hope your day isn't ruined.